Chapter 33. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment, in the pirate world, Sengoku, Garp, and Kizaru have all recovered, but the shock in their hearts is still extremely strong. Before this, these people could never have imagined that they would see such an amazing scene. Uchiha Madara, whether it was the meteorite falling from the sky, or the complete Susanoo, the scene of the all-encompassing sword breaking all laws, all surprised them. Because of this, Sengoku, Garp and others knew that ninjutsu could be so strong, and not only them, including Akainu, Kage, Rayleigh, Hawkeye and other strong men in the pirate world. At this time, their inner emotions were also extremely complicated. It must be said that the appearance of this inventory video completely expanded their thinking, let them know that, in other worlds, there are such strong men. This is so interesting. At the same time, it also makes many viewers look forward to the next scene. Just kidding, this second shocking scene is so awesome, the next one will definitely be even more amazing. In addition, many strong men couldn't help but fantasize, in the subsequent shocking scenes, maybe they will have a place in the world of death. Aizen thought so. In fact, Aizen's expression has changed a little now. Obviously, the strength of Uchiha Madara has exceeded his expectations. Those powerful ninjutsu feel no less powerful than the Bankai of Soul Society, especially the perfect Susanoo. Aizen knew a man named Kamamura, whose Bankai, Black Rope Heavenly Punishment Hades, also summoned a huge samurai, but that samurai, compared with Uchiha Madara's perfect Susanoo, it is estimated that he is not even a child. The size difference is too big, and Aizen also knows, size does not mean anything. Like later, the subordinates of the 10 Blades, Haribel, the third blade of the 10 Blades, Apache, Ross, and Sun summoned together a monster called the Mixed Beast God. His size is much larger than that of the Death Gods, but in front of Old Man Yamamoto, he was still a piece of shit that could be killed in 1 second. But Aizen fully understood that this Uchiha Madara's complete form of Susanoo was not fake. Not only did his body grow bigger, but his strength also increased exponentially. With that one slash, he directly cut off the mountain thousands of meters away. Even the sea farther away caused huge waves. Such power is already very telling. In Soul Society, other captains were also shocked by the terrifying power of Uchiha Madara, and they also had their own expectations in their hearts, although at present, the hope is very slim. But Kuchiki Byakuya, Hitsugaya Toshiro, including Soifang, etc., all thought about whether they could see the scene of themselves on the list. That feeling would definitely be very comfortable, and this idea is even more so for Aizen, because he thinks that even Ulquiorra and others have appeared. Then if he, the boss of Hueco Mundo, doesn't go up, wouldn't it be embarrassing? And other worlds, the audiences of low-level martial arts worlds like the Ling Cage world, Demon Slayer world, and Under One Person Plane, did not have such thoughts. What they hoped to see was a more shocking scene beyond the perfect Susanoo. At this time, Xiaodo, Zhang Chulan, Tanjiro and others all stared at the screen with their eyes wide open, waiting for the third shocking title to appear. What made many viewers excited was that they did not have to wait too long. Soon, the strong men saw that the title of the next shocking scene appeared. However, after seeing this title, many people felt a little doubtful. Everyone saw that the title of the video read, .08, Kaido the Beast vs Luffy the Sun God, Saru God Luffy vs Fire Dragon Torch. In the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others had strange expressions. They were praying just now, hoping that their names would appear. But it didn't. But they were still very unfamiliar with these two names. Natsu was about to make a few comments. He heard Gray say, Luffy the Sun God, another god? This Urza, the name of Kaido the Beast sounds like he is a very powerful guy. The masters are now very clear. The shocking scene they created is definitely a good thing for them to be on the list, especially when everyone sees this name. Aizen, Kaido of Beasts, Luffy of the Sun God, cut. Aizen looked calm on the surface, but he was actually a little panicked inside. But fortunately, when he thought about the successful fusion of the Hogyoku, Aizen's mentality improved a little. At the same time, he was also willing to see more of the power of those other universe masters. The ninjutsu displayed by Uchiha Madara just now was extremely powerful. What about Kaido, the Beast, and Luffy, the God of the Sun? What are their strengths? Angel Nebula, Spirit Cage World, Demon Slayer World, Naruto World, audiences from many dimensions all thought so. many powerful people all said that this should be another extremely exciting duel, and that shocking scene will definitely be amazing, but only in the pirate world. Many powerful people all widened their eyes, at this moment, whether it was Garp, Sengoku, Kizaru or Whitebeard and other powerful people. They were all shocked. Strictly speaking, it was the entire pirate world. It was shaken. First update today. Please collect, please give flowers, please give 10 points, please give monthly votes. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 34. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the pirate world, many strong men opened their eyes wide. For them, they finally saw someone they were familiar with. Doflamingo, Kaido. I didn't expect that Kaido would appear in the third shocking scene. Hahaha, as for Kaido, he is indeed qualified. Although Minga is one of the 7 warlords of the sea, his strength on the sea is also quite strong. His background is also amazing, not to mention that he was originally a celestial dragon. Even if he was removed from the list, Minga relied on his own strength and the help of his subordinates such as Diamante. He became an important figure in the underground organization. But even Minga would be scared when he heard Kaido's name. Because Kaido is one of the 4 emperors who reign over the sea of the New World. His strength, looking at the entire sea, is among the best. At least, after seeing the power of Ulquiorra, Uchiha Madara and others, Doflamingo still thinks that Kaido is qualified to be on the list. However, who is this sun god Luffy? Mingo is not the only one who is puzzled. Among the 7 warlords of the sea, Mariah, Jinbe, and other strong men in the pirate world, like Rayleigh, Akainu, Big Mom and others, are all puzzled. Big Mom, Kaido is on the list. Then why not me? Damn it. This author is simply unforgivable. On Cake Island, Big Mom is very dissatisfied. Whitebeard, Gulala, is it Kaido? Sun god Luffy? Luffy, this name sounds so familiar. Whitebeard thought he seemed to have heard it somewhere. Marco on the side suddenly widened his eyes and said. Dad! Luffy, isn't he the younger brother that Ace always talks about? Ace always said that when his younger brother goes to sea, he will definitely be more sensational than him. The other crew members on the Moby Dick were also somewhat shocked, whether it was Diamond Jaws, Flower Sword Vista or others. They had not taken Ace's word seriously before. Maybe Ace's younger brother is very talented, and Ace has great confidence in him, but this is an endless sea. In this sea, there are countless talented teenagers. If someone goes out to sea, he will reserve the position of a future strong man. Obviously, few people will believe it, but now, the members of the Whitebeard Pirates think that if this is really Ace's younger brother, that Luffy, it would be extraordinary. Not only his title of the Sun God, the most important thing is that his opponent is still one of the 4 emperors of the New World, Kaido of Beasts. In a town somewhere, Fire Fist Ace himself had a smile on his face. He had never thought that Luffy would be on the list before, but now seeing it, Ace was not too surprised. Ace, you are really amazing, Luffy. Hahaha. Ace was sincerely happy for Luffy, but in the Navy headquarters, when Carp saw the title, his eyes widened. He thought his eyes were blurry. Carp, Sun God, Luffy. Garp was stunned. Kizaru on the side was a little confused. He didn't understand why Mr. Garp reacted so strongly. Sengoku on the other side was also a little puzzled. At this time, Garp had not revealed these identities. Even Sengoku was not very clear, but for them, they finally saw a familiar name. This feeling is still very good. Sengoku's eyes were solemn. Sengoku, Kaido. The battle with the Sun God. What is the origin of this Sun God? Many powerful people in the pirate world are curious about the name of Sun God Luffy. The 7 warlords of the sea. Hawkeye Mihawk was even more surprised. He remembered the ambitious swordsman he met not long ago. His name was Roronoa Zoro. The boy with a straw hat who was traveling with him seemed to be called Luffy. He said he wanted to become the Pirate King. Hawkeye was a little shocked, although he saw at the time that these 2 boys were very unusual, but he didn't expect. Did he actually succeed? Hawkeye smiled. Interesting. The battle with Kaido. the king of beasts, that even a strong man like Hawkeye showed great interest. Among the four emperors, Shanks was completely excited, including his crew members, Ben Beckman, Lachi Lu and others all knew Luffy. After seeing Luffy's name, even they were shocked, especially the title, Ben Beckman. It's amazing, Luffy, the god of the sun, another god. They were just amazed at the power of Uchiha Madara, who claimed to be a god. Later, after seeing his terrifying ninjutsu, even the four emperors felt that there was nothing wrong with this so-called god, but now the one who has the title of god is Luffy, who is still a little kid in the impression. Shanks, Luffy, how strong will you grow in the future? Let me see it. After the joy, Shanks' heart also emerged with a touch of excitement. In Wano country, on Onigashima, Kaido himself laughed. Kaido, ha ha ha. Interesting, so interesting. I didn't expect me to be on the list. Sun God Luffy? I haven't heard of it. Come on, let me see how capable you are. Kaido drank the wine in big gulps. He was already looking forward to the next scene, not to mention Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp and others on the merry. They all had expressions similar to Garp. They were all scared, and their eyes were about to pop out. Even the calm Zoro couldn't believe that what he saw was real when he saw Luffy on the list. Nami, are you kidding? The sun god Luffy is really, Luffy? Sanji, Luffy will be the sun god in the future? This is too exaggerated, right? Sanji felt that he really followed the right captain. Usopp, die. I suddenly feel that the sea is not so scary. Usopp also felt tough all of a sudden. Zoro, but this Kaido, what kind of power does he have? Zoro was still the first to react. At the same time, he was a little worried. In fact, several people also knew that the name of Kaido, the king of beasts, did not sound like a good person. And just when the audience of the heavens and the worlds were excited, they soon saw that the picture on the video began to slowly emerge. Today is the second update. Please collect, please give me flowers, please give me 10 points for evaluation, please give me monthly votes. Moi. My results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Ling Kage, the little lowly Xiaodo, by Uekue, the fat man Shonda and others all showed extremely expectant expressions. For them, whether it was Kaido, the beast, or Luffy, the god of the sun, they all sounded very powerful. It might be another existence as powerful as Uchiha Madara and Ulquiorra. A strong man of that level. Anyway, it was beyond their imagination. Even Boss Bai just wanted to see more. Whether it was those magical powers or strange moves, the people on the ground were very excited. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others were the same. They all held their breath at this time. They watched the images on the video appear silently. The other viewers in the heavens and the worlds were the same, and they soon saw, in the video, a huge dragon emerged from the clouds. When this scene appeared, suddenly, many people in the heavens and the worlds were a little scared. Zhang Chulan, dragon, dragon. Wang Yi, I'll go, there really is a dragon. Isn't this too exaggerated? Zhuge Qing, today I have really broadened my horizons. I have never seen anything like this before. I even saw a dragon. Many people in the world of under one person were a little stunned. Earlier, they saw that Gyuto Ichigo had turned into a monster and thought it was exaggerated. Later, they saw that Uchiha Madara summoned meteorites in his complete form of Susanoo. It felt like a dream. As a result, now even a giant dragon has appeared. However, with the foreshadowing of the first two shocking scenes, many viewers can accept it. However, their inner expectations have increased again. Are you kidding? Even the dragon has appeared. The degree of shock will definitely be beyond imagination. Death God in the world, Ichigo, Hitsugaya Toshiro, Kachiki Byakuya and others were also a little confused. Obviously, for them, seeing a creature like a dragon was quite surprising. And in the world of pirates, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp and others were even more stunned. For them, the oppression of Kaido was too great. The crew members on the Merry all had cold sweat on their foreheads. Before, they thought that Uchiha Madara's power was a bit exaggerated, but they never thought that in their world, there are dragons. Zoro, that is, Kaido of the beasts. Sanji, What a joke, Luffy is going to fight this kind of monster. Sanji's pupils widened, he was a little shocked. Usopp even began to tremble, although he knew that Luffy would appear as the sun god later, but it was useless, this Kaido was too scary. On the other side, Whitebeard, Shanks, Big Mom and other strong men, after seeing Kaido, they all showed excitement on their faces. Whitebeard, Gulala. Is the fight finally about to start? Let me see what kind of shocking scene these two can create. For Whitebeard, the duel between Ichigo and Ulquiorra was very exciting. The battle between Uchiha Madara and the 5 Kage shocked Whitebeard. Now, although Whitebeard was familiar with Kaido, he had to admit that Kaido had extremely strong power. In addition, Luffy's title as the Sun God was also very sufficient. Therefore, the shocking scene that these two people would create later was definitely quite impressive. As for the world government, there was also a commotion. The 5 elders, including Imu, were all shocked. They obviously didn't expect to see the title of Sun God in this video. Imu, Sun God, Nika, damn it. Shrouded in a black cloth with only a pair of eyes showing, Im was in a state of great anxiety. He did not like the title of Sun God, so Im directly ordered the 5 elders to find this Luffy and get rid of him. However, compared to this, the other viewers in the heavens and the worlds were all a little excited when they saw the subsequent content of the video. They saw that in the video, the huge dragon exhaled a scorching breath and directly melted the distant mountain. The terrifying power scared many viewers. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, and Inosuke immediately widened their eyes. They felt more and more that they were only dealing with evil spirits, which seemed to be lucky. Otherwise, if they were asked to replace the 5 Kage to deal with Uchiha Madara, or to replace Luffy to deal with the dragon, it would feel like a nightmare. In the world of Fairy Tail, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others were even more surprised, because in their world, dragons exist. Natsu's father is the fire dragon King Igneel. However, the dragons in their world are obviously different from Kaido's, but the similarity is that the power they burst out is equally shocking. Natsu, the roar of the fire dragon. Seeing Kaido's hot breath, Natsu was reminded of the roar of a gunner of fire dragon when he was a child. And in the world of Ling Cage, on the lighthouse, Ran Bing, Feishue, Mark and others were also shocked. They felt that this video was incredible, and the audience is in. The heavens and the world soon saw that a boy wearing a straw hat appeared. According to the subtitles, he is the other protagonist in this third shocking scene. Luffy. But he doesn't seem to be called the Sun God Luffy yet. Instead, his real name is Monkey D. Luffy. The third update is here. Please add to my collection, please give me flowers, please give me 10 points, please give me monthly votes. My goodness. My results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 36. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the One Punch Man world, Genos, Bang, Atomic Samurai and others were watching very seriously. To them, the scene in this video was quite shocking, and these heroes also wanted to see more of those strange powers. Genos, is it the dragon that appears this time? Kaido of Beasts, he is also a very strong guy. Just seeing the dragon casually pierce the distant mountain with its breath is enough to show his strength. What about the boy named Luffy? On the side, even Saitama was watching with great interest. He didn't think it was a big deal, it was just that Saitama was looking forward to it. This was only the third shocking scene. What about the next one? Maybe there will be a strong person who will surprise him. In the Kamigawa universe, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were watching silently. They were not panicking about the dragon, the sun god, etc. However, even the angels felt that such a duel was worth watching. In the world of pirates, on the Mary, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji and others were all dumbfounded. They were shocked by the strength of Kaido, the king of beasts. It's unbelievable. What kind of power is this? Zoro's pupils trembled. Is it just a random breath, so powerful? They knew very well that if that kind of attack was directed at them now, it might just touch them and wipe out all of them on the Mary, Sanji. The gap in strength is too big. Fortunately, it is a scene from the future. I wonder how strong Luffy will be at that time. These people are also very clear about what is going on now. Kaido, the king of beasts, is indeed powerful, but during that period, Luffy must have become stronger as well, right? Although they still don't quite understand what the title of Sun God means, but they all saw it. After Kaido exhaled, in the video, Luffy was furious and rushed directly towards Kaido. This scene made many viewers excited. Ace, Luffy has grown up. Whitebeard, Gulala, is this the kid? That straw hat is very familiar. When Whitebeard saw Roger's straw hat, combined with Shanks' broken arm in the East China Sea, he already understood a lot of things. Obviously, the kid in the video is very unusual. Whitebeard, Monkey D family. In the Navy headquarters, Sengoku, Kizaru and others fell into silence after seeing Luffy's name. Garp on the side was a little embarrassed. Fortunately, they didn't say anything, they just wanted to know how far this battle would go. What kind of power can that kid named Luffy have? Needless to say, Kaido, the king of beasts, if Sengoku and Kizaru were to fight one-on-one, these two strong men with the strength of admirals would not dare to say that they could win alone. Luffy looks like just a teenage kid, can he fight Kaido? If so, Sengoku knew in his heart that this was a big problem, because that guy is a pirate. And what excited the audience was that they soon saw that in the video, the boy named Luffy jumped high, and his arms suddenly grew larger. This scene scared many people. Xiao, I'm going to, what kind of move is that? Such a big fist, Datsu Tong, oh my god, sandbag large, no, this, what kind of fist is this? It's so big, how terrifying will it be when this punch comes down? That the Shushin group was completely confused, even Bai Uekue was dumbfounded. She said that it was okay to see monsters like Ulquiorra and Gyuto Ichigo before. Later, she also saw Uchiha Madara performing ninjutsu. This was the first time they knew that ninjutsu could be so awesome, but at this moment, the guy named Luffy could make his fist so big. It was too exaggerated. In the world of Bleach, Ichigo, Hitsugaya Toshiro, Kuchiki Byakuya and others were also ashamed, like Chad Taisho, who has the power of a giant right hand and a devil's left hand. Even he felt that if his fist met Luffy's huge iron fist, he would probably not end well. There was no way. The impact brought by the huge fist was too strong. Even in the world of pirates, Luffy himself was stunned. Luffy, die. What kind of move is this? Too cool. That we'll talk about whether we can beat Kaido first. Luffy has been fascinated by his future self's abilities. He immediately began to demonstrate on the Mary, but at this time, Luffy still had a long time before he could use the third gear elephant spear. Moreover, all the strong men also saw, in the video, when Luffy's punch came down, it hit Kaido's dragon head. It immediately caused a huge shock. The powerful impact overturned everything around. Such a scene surprised many viewers. In the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others were all fascinated. At this time, Sasuke also forgot that he did not appear in the video against Uchiha Madara. He felt that as long as he worked hard to practice now, he would have enough strength to kill Uchiha Itachi in the future. As for the others, none of them is Sasuke's goal. Moreover, for the young Sasuke now, the scene in the video is too attractive. All the powerful people in the heavens and the world seem to be able to see that the wonderfulness of this video will definitely exceed their imagination. At this time, the video continues to play. Many viewers will soon see the scene of the sun god appearing. The fourth update is explosive. Please collect, please give flowers, please give 10 points, please give monthly tickets. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 37. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Ling Kage, the little lowly Xiao, Bayukue, the fat man Shanda and others were all watching very enthusiastically. They felt that their expectations were completely correct. The power of the Straw Hat Luffy and the Beast Kaido was also amazing. After they saw the abilities of Ulquiorra, Ichigo the Judo, and Uchiha Madara, they became more and more curious. They didn't know what kind of power existed in other universes. Now they finally saw it. It turned out that the Beast Kaido could transform into a dragon. Straw Hat Luffy could even make his fist so big. For Xiao, Bayukue and others, a fist like that would probably be a king-level devouring beast. It was too exaggerated. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others also had a blank mind. They couldn't imagine what the shocking scene they would see later would be like. The Beast Kaido and Straw Hat Luffy showed quite amazing power at the beginning, even in the world of Naruto. Uchiha Madara was interested again, of course. He was not panicked at all, however. After watching for so long, Madara understood, these guys might not be the ninja world. People from other worlds. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara became even more excited. For him, the complete form of Susanoo is not the end. What Uchiha Madara wants to obtain is the power of the six paths. That is a higher level, the real power of God. In the future, maybe there will be a chance to go to other worlds to have a look. For Uchiha Madara, this is also very attractive. At this time, the audience from all the heavens and worlds continue to watch. Soon they saw that the Straw Hat Luffy has more than this ability. Not only can he make his hands very big, other parts of the body can also become bigger. The strong men also knew it. That is a power brought by the devil fruit called the rubber fruit. According to the subtitles, after eating this fruit, you can gain various abilities. This made many viewers feel a little excited. Zhang Chulan, damn, if I can eat this kind of fruit, wouldn't it be against the sky? Then I will be invincible. Zhang Chulan immediately began to fantasize. He thought the scene was really cool. If he could also have Luffy's power, he would directly make such a big fist at the Luo Tiandajiao. I guess all the aliens would be dumbfounded. In the One Punch Man world, Genos, Bang and others were also surprised. Genos, devil fruit. I didn't expect there is such a thing. And all the strong men also saw it. After the third gear elephant gun, Luffy used it again. Giant seal. Rubber grizzly gun. The giant-like big feet, covered with a powerful force called armament haki, slammed fiercely on Kaido, the king of beasts. Many viewers were excited. They felt that such a scene was quite shocking. However, the warriors were also very curious. What would happen to Kaido after enduring so many attacks? They only saw smoke, and when the smoke cleared, Kaido had returned to his human form, but he looked unharmed, not even sober. Seeing this scene, many people in the heavens and the worlds were a little surprised. Tanjiro, good, what an amazing defense. That if the previous Uchiha Madara had the complete form of Susanoo for protection, everyone would understand. But does this Kaido, the beast, rely solely on his body to resist? Inosuke, another monster. Inosuke also spoke. In the world of pirates, many strong men were calm. Whether it was Whitebeard, Big Mom or Shanks, they all knew Kaido's defense. He jumped from a 10,000-meter sky island, and it was no big deal. Although Luffy's attack was powerful, it just looks grand. At this time, all the strong men saw in the video, Luffy saw Kaido restored to his human form and stood up. His anger was still not gone. Everyone saw that Luffy used his strongest fourth gear form Elastic Man. This made Luffy, who was watching the video on the merry, immediately burst into starry eyes. He thought this form was so cool. Even Zoro, Sanji, Nami and others were stunned. Of course, they didn't expect that their captain, who only had a rubber fruit, could play so well, and the audiences in other worlds also began to look forward to Luffy and Kaido's more amazing duel. Unfortunately, when all the strong men continued to watch, soon they saw the fourth gear Luffy burst out with the ape King gun and finally sobered Kaido up. Kaido, the beast, opened his eyes. There was a thunder explosion. The momentum surged up all at once. Many viewers were shocked, and what followed was Luffy's strongest move. Great Ape King Spear. The strong men saw that Luffy blew his hand bigger. The power of this move seemed quite strong. In the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others became nervous, but what confused them was that Kaido fired a Thunder Bagua and directly knocked Luffy out of breath. When this scene appeared, all the strong men in the heavens and the worlds fell into silence. Ichigo, killed in a second. Ishida Yuryu. This should be just the beginning. Next, the sun god may appear. Naruto, come on. Brother Luffy. 5th update. Is anyone reading this book? If not, I won't write it. If anyone does, please vote to support the author. Thank you. Chapter 38. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Ling Kage, Little Loli Xiado, Bayukue, Fatty Shonda and others were all dumbfounded. they obviously didn't expect that the gap between this Straw Hat Luffy and Kaido would be so big. His powerful attacks turned out to be no effect at all. Then the strength of Kaido, the king of beasts, is a bit exaggerated, by Ulquiorra and others are not at this level after all, so it is not obvious. Previously, I only thought that the attack of Straw Hat Luffy was very fierce. Now think about it, it is true, this is the third shocking scene. That level of attack is obviously not enough, but this also makes other audiences in the heavens and the worlds a little excited. This means that there will be more shocking scenes next. Pirate World, Onigashima. Kaido drank a sip of wine boredly. He was calm and even a little disdainful. Kaido, what? Is this the sun god? It's so vulnerable. Below, Jean, Quinn and others also laughed. Quinn, huh. No matter who it is, it's like this in front of Mr. Kaido. Jean, even if he is really the sun god, he will definitely not be Mr. Kaido's opponent. Jack, just a kid who doesn't know the height of the world. The three disasters echoed, for them, even if they saw that Kaido's opponent was the sun god. I also firmly believe that the final winner is still Mr. Kaido, and Kaido also has this idea. He doesn't think he will lose, especially after seeing the strength of the Straw Hat Luffy, that kind of power, although a little bit of something. But, there is still a long way to go before you can become one of the four emperors. Your armament haki is not mature enough. Although you have Conqueror haki, if you can't wrap Conqueror haki around your attack, it's still useless. On the Merry, the expressions of Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp slowly froze. For them, the scene of Luffy being killed in one hit was a path they had never imagined. Usopp, no, this Kaido is too powerful, right? Luffy has become so strong, but he can't even withstand a stick. Zoro, monsters in the Grand Line, there are so many. They just saw Ulquiorra, Ichigo Kurosaki, and Uchiha Madara. Although they were shocked, they were not panicked, because their opponents were also strangers. But now, the opponent of Kaido, the king of beasts, is Luffy. This shows that in the future, they will definitely have to face Kaido, but this kind of monster is too oppressive. Fortunately, other strong men have the same idea as Ishida Uryu, Tanjiro. Then next, Luffy's sun god form will appear, right? Agatsuma, that seems to be called, Gear 5, Inasuk, it was in Gear 4 before. If it can be Gear 5, maybe there will be a chance to fight Kaido. At that time, the scene will definitely be shocking. Inasuk was still excited, he arched his nose and began to look forward to it. In the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and other strong people are not in a hurry at all. What makes them excited is that everyone soon saw that in the video, the scene changed. Straw Hat Luffy appeared again to face Kaido, and this time, he was accompanied by Zoro, Kid, Law, and Killer. This made many viewers in the heavens and the world show excitement on their faces, obviously. This should be Straw Hat Luffy, challenging Kaido for the second time. The Gear 5 Sun God may also appear soon. In the pirate world, on the Merry, Zoro's eyes widened. Zoro, that is, me. Looking at his future self, Zoro was a little shocked. He never thought that he would see such a scene. In comparison, Sanji on the side suddenly looked a little lonely. Sanji, damn it. Why did this stinky swordsman appear? But I am not here. What was I doing at that time? Usopp and Nami were a little relieved. They didn't want to face this kind of monster. Especially, all the strong men saw it, this time. The opponent of Straw Hat Luffy is no longer Kaido alone. Next to him, there is a woman of the same huge size. On Cake Island, the four emperors' Big Mom finally showed a satisfied smile on her face. Big Mom, what, it turns out that I am here. Mom, now, I can finally appreciate it. Big Mom felt that her next performance must be very exciting and shocking. As for the other people in the pirate world, their pupils were even more shocked. At this moment, whether it was Doflamingo, Mariah, Crocodile and others, they all couldn't believe it. Doflamingo, what's going on? For Emperors Kaido and Big Mom, two emperors have joined forces. Crocodile, this is really big news. What will the future be like? Sengoku, this matter must be taken seriously. I didn't expect that Kaido would actually join forces with Big Mom, and Straw Hat Luffy, Luo. Zhang mood also became complicated all of a sudden. Obviously, these people could never imagine that they would see such a scene in their lifetime, but the other audiences in the heavens and the worlds, what they are looking forward to more is still the shocking scene. The strong men couldn't think of what it would be like, but at this time, they all saw, the battle and the video started soon. First update today. Please collect, please give flowers, please give 10 points, please give monthly tickets. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 39. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were all stunned. They didn't expect that this human could grow so big. Naruto, then, what is that? That Kaido and the big mom next to him are too big, right? That it was the first time that Naruto saw such a powerful existence. In fact, even Kakashi, Might Guy and others were a little surprised. They knew that the Akimichi clan's multiplication technique could turn them into giants, but that relied on ninjutsu. But in the video, Kaido and Big Mom were this big, and they were human like Kakashi, Might Guy and others. This surprised the audiences in many worlds. However, what shocked them even more was the sense of oppression brought by these two emperor-level powerhouses. Kaido, needless to say, had already proved that he was also a very powerful guy with his previous strength. Big Mom next to him was able to stand on the same front with Kaido, and she certainly wouldn't be weak, in comparison, on the side of Straw Hat Luffy. No matter the one called Zoro, Kid or Law, they seemed to have almost no sense of oppression. In a 2-on-5 battle, many viewers felt that the two huge powerhouses would win, but this is exactly what the audiences of all the heavens and worlds are looking forward to. Xiao, here they come. There are a few older brothers who I haven't seen before. Su Tong, what kind of abilities do these people have? It's really exciting. Shanda, that fat lady seems to be very strong too. In the world of Ling Cage, the members of the Shushin group were all very excited. They didn't expect that they would see such a powerful existence in their lifetime. They must not miss it. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others were also watching very attentively, and, at this time, the audiences from all over the world saw it. This time, the combat power of the Straw Hat Luffy was no longer as weak as before. According to the system prompt, this Straw Hat Luffy seemed to have learned a kind of domineering aura called Ryasakura. In the world of pirates, many strong men were shocked when they saw this. Sengoku, this kid, isn't it too incredible? How long has it been? Although it is not marked in the video, from the time when Straw Hat Luffy was knocked unconscious by Kaido's stick to the time when he challenged Kaido again, his appearance did not change at all. Obviously, not much time has passed. In such a short time, he was able to master the Ryuo Haki of Wano country. Sengoku felt a little heavy. Even if it was the name of Monkey D, he couldn't just leave it alone. However, Sengoku understood, perhaps it was because of this name. That Straw Hat Luffy had such talent. After all, his grandfather was a Navy hero. Sengoku glanced at Garp. Garp looked away with a guilty look. Sengoku was also very familiar with that straw hat. It was the straw hat of Pirate King Roger. At this moment, Sengoku's attention to Straw Hat Luffy soared. As for the other four emperors, they were also watching very attentively. Whitebeard and Shanks wanted to see the next battle. Kaido and Big Mom didn't seem to take this duel seriously. Big Mom, Mom, a few ignorant little brats dared to challenge me and Kaido at the same time. It's crazy. Big Mom smiled and was full of confidence. She didn't think she would lose at all. She even thought that she wouldn't even be able to break through the defense. Below, whether it was Katakuri, Perispero, or the other sons, they all felt the same. To them, their mother was simply a monster. Big Mom, looking at the entire new world, is a genuine emperor-level powerhouse. There are only a handful of people who can defeat her head-on. Now those little brats in the video are still going to challenge two of the four emperors. This kind of thing is simply unheard of. That's why the popularity of this video has skyrocketed in the pirate world. Countless strong men are watching it intently. Some are even looking forward to seeing the scene where the Straw Hat Luffy is beaten by Kaido again. However, What shocked many viewers was that they soon saw that when the video was played, Kaido smashed down with a stick, Straw Hat Luffy jumped high and raised his huge iron fist again, the next second. Rubber rubber. Hellfire, fist gun. Then, in the eyes of countless people, they saw that Kaido, the king of beasts, took the Hellfire fist gun with his face. The result was boom. Kaido was smashed to the ground. The terrifying destructive power made many people open their mouths wide. Zhang Chulan, isn't this too powerful? Jugachin, I can't imagine what kind of power this is. Tanjiro, so strong. This battle will definitely be exciting. Luffy's Hellfire fist gun instantly pushed the atmosphere to a climax. All the strong men were looking forward to it more and more. The scene of Kaido, the beast, fighting with Luffy, the sun god, was absolutely amazing. And at this time, everyone also saw that the battle in the video started directly. Second update. Please collect, please give flowers, please give 10 points, please give monthly votes. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 40. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Ling Kage, the little lowly Xiado, Bayukue, the fat man Shanda and others were all watching intently. For them, such a scene was really great. In terms of the degree of shock, they were completely satisfied anyway. Compared to the scene of them strangling the extreme beast, the battle in the video was shocking. In particular, they had not forgotten the previous duel between Ulquiorra and Kurosaki Ichigo, and the duel between the 5 Kage and Uchiha Madara. In the end, it also reached a point beyond imagination. So now, the battle between Straw Hat Luffy and Kaido of Beasts will definitely be amazing. In the world of Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others were also amazed at the power of Luffy's punch. It seems that he can already beat Kaido of Beasts, right? At least, this punch is more effective than the so many punches when Luffy and Kaido were fighting alone just now. This should be the improvement brought about by Luffy after learning the Ryu Sakura Haki, and in the world of pirates, seeing this scene. Kid, Law and others were also very surprised. Kid, a battle with Kaido? It's so interesting. I will be the strongest in the future. I will become the Pirate King. Kid was very excited. Obviously, he didn't notice that the title only mentioned Luffy and Kaido. However, for the confident him, he didn't care about these details at all. The same is true for Law, including Big Mom. Many viewers are happy to see what will happen next, and there must be many more shocking scenes. At this time, the strong men in the heavens and the worlds continue to watch. Soon they saw it. When the Straw Hat Luffy punched down, even Big Mom, who was very calm just now, showed a look of horror. He said a little panicked, "Hey, Kaido, how could you be knocked down by that kind of fist?" Kaido slowly got up, his face full of astonishment. Luffy fell to the ground and said domineeringly, "I am the man who will surpass you and become the Pirate King." This scene, coupled with the background music, made many strong men a little excited. The audiences in other worlds are okay. They don't really understand what the Pirate King represents, but in the pirate world, whether it is Whitebeard, Shanks or Hawkeye Mihawk and other strong men, all of them have smiles on their faces. Obviously, they admire this Straw Hat Luffy very much. His fight with Kaido is worth watching. In Wano country, on Onigashima, Kaido finally became interested. "Kaido, what an interesting kid, haha. Come on. Then let me see if you are qualified to be the Pirate King." Kaido knew very well that the title said, he is fighting against the sun god Luffy, but it may not be. He will lose. Strictly speaking, Kaido has absolute confidence. No matter if that kid is the sun god or something else, he will win. At this time, the audiences in all the worlds also saw it. In that video, Luffy, Kid, and Law all attacked Kaido. Luffy directly entered the 4th gear Elastic Man form. A Monkey King gun hit him hard. Kid and Law were not to be outdone. Magnetic Vice. Baton, and Kaido didn't even try to dodge and took all the damage. Although blood oozed from the corner of his mouth, the expression on Kaido's face became more and more excited. He kept saying, "It hurts. I'm going to die." This kind of pain is the first time since then. In the pirate world, Garp, Whitebeard and others watched very seriously. They paid more and more attention to this battle. Even in the world of the dead, Roger himself watched without blinking. Afterwards, the audiences of the heavens and the world saw that Kaido, the Beast, and Big Mom, the four emperors, had an extremely amazing duel with Straw Hat Luffy and others. The excitement was not inferior to the previous scene of the five Kage fighting Uchiha Madara. Whether it was Straw Hat Luffy, Kid or Law, they all showed amazing strength. Rubber Rubber Ape King Spin Bomb. Rubber Rubber, Rhino Howitzer. Scalpel. Magnetic Destruction String. Various abilities were used frequently, and Kaido was also beaten to a bloody mess. He said, "It seems that you have almost figured out my strength. You guys are so interesting." And this is far from the end. The people of the heavens and the worlds continued to watch. Soon they saw that Luffy used an amazing move of the Ape King's spear to hit randomly. Every punch seemed to have extremely amazing power, the speed was extremely fast, and the iron fist was wrapped with the domineering Ryuo. Like raindrops, it bombarded Kaido. Kaido's huge dragon body was slowly smashed to the ground. Luffy bombarded like this for several minutes. The scene made many people in the pirate world look a little confused. In Dressrosa, Mingo was sweating a little. Doflamingo, what's the situation? Is this Straw Hat Luffy so strong? Mingo couldn't imagine that they could beat Kaido to this extent. The most important thing is that even Law has become so powerful. Mingo was a little panicked, because the Law in the video looked only a few years older than he is now. This is not good news. Moria, Crocodile, Rob Lucci and others were also shocked. Obviously, they knew very well that any one of them would not be able to withstand such an attack, and the strong men in other worlds also knew that this battle was still just the beginning. The scene that follows will definitely be even more shocking, and this also makes the expectations of the strong men even higher. The third update is explosive. Please collect, please give flowers, please give 10 points, please give monthly votes. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 41. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Spirit Cage, Little Lolita Xiaodo, by Uekue, Fat Man Shonda and others could not help but open their mouths. They could not imagine what level of attack the Ape King's gun was. It was really amazing. Those iron fists that looked extremely hard and like steel, if they were to hit them, they would not even have bones left after a round of attacks. For the group of immortal cultivators on the ground, this level of attack was like a fairy tale. It was too exaggerated. On the lighthouse, Mark, Feishue, Ran Bing and others were also frightened. At the same time, they were more looking forward to the shocking scenes that would appear later. In fact, Mark and others were already very shocked by the previous battle scenes. However, compared with the first two scenes, this third one was only this level. Obviously, it was not enough. But the audiences of the heavens and the worlds knew very well that there would definitely be more behind it. Although Kaido was bleeding, it seemed that he had not reached his limit yet, and when the strong men continued to watch, they would soon see it. In the video, after the Straw Hat Luffy used the Ape King's spear to attack randomly, he was the first to lose air. He flew out like a balloon. Kaido still flew up from the ground, looking. The state is in full swing, in the world of pirates, in Wano country, on Onigashima. Kaido's smile became even wider. Kaido, not a bad attack, but it's not enough, kid. Kaido is naturally the one who knows his own body's defense best. The random shooting of the Ape King's spear may be extremely powerful for other people, but it doesn't even have the Conqueror's Haki. Kaido is not panicking at all, just relying on the Ryuo Haki he just learned. If he was defeated so easily, he wouldn't be one of the four emperors, and, at this time, the strong men of the heavens and the worlds also saw that Kaido even planned to swallow the deflated Luffy in one gulp. The terrible thing is that he succeeded quickly. Luffy entered Kaido's stomach. This made many viewers a little nervous. In the world of pirates, on the Merry, Luffy shouted excitedly, "Oh no, oh no. I was eaten. Usopp, Luffy, dead. Nami, no way, how can I fight this kind of monster? This is so hopeless, woo-woo." Nami felt like crying, although she had always believed in the strength of Luffy, Zoro and others, but their opponent was the terrifying Kaido, the king of beasts. Nami felt that Luffy, Zoro and others had no chance of winning, even if they added a few other ferocious-looking guys. Compared with Kaido and Big Mom, they were really like little kids. However, what shocked the powerful people in the world was that when Luffy was swallowed by Kaido, the man named Zoro took action. 3-sword styled black rope big tornado. All the warriors saw Zoro take off like a helicopter. He scraped a bunch of wounds on Kaido. Kaido opened his mouth in pain and spit out Luffy. This scene was also noticed by many people. In the Demon Slayer world, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others were a little shocked. If Ichigo Gyuto, Madara Uchiha and others had burst out with very rare and powerful power before, then this big brother called Zoro, looked, it seems to be pure swordsmanship. The most exciting one is, Tanjiro, 3 swords. 3-sword style, Azuma Zenitsu, there is such a swordsman. This is the first time I have seen one. Inosuke, so strong. 3-sword style. I only have 2 swords. Inosuke thought that he might be able to develop it, hold a sword in his mouth to see if there is a chance to develop new moves. In fact, Zoro's strength has been demonstrated before. His flying dragon flame was the first attack that Kaido avoided in the video. It shocked many people at the time. On the other side, the strength of the 4 Emperors Big Mom was also demonstrated. She fired a thunderbolt and directly shot down Zoro. Then there was another move of Tenma Daijizi Tenshin. The thunders roared and raged. Many viewers were stunned. In the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others, all widened their eyes. They were a little shocked by the strength of the Big Mom in the video. Naruto, it's just a monster. Sasuke, fighting with this guy, how to fight? Even Kakashi felt that, in comparison, his Raikiri was too inferior, right? Although it is said that this move can even cut lightning, but the 4 Emperors' thunderbolts are too numerous to count. With so many thunderbolts, even Kakashi can do nothing. The 4 Emperors' powerful fighting power is still there. In the world of the dead, Uchiha Madara smiled when he saw it. Interesting, it would be nice if I could go and see those guys. When Madara realized that he might have a chance to go to other worlds in the future, he became more and more eager to be resurrected. In addition to unifying the ninja world and realizing the dream of infinite moon reading, traveling to other worlds is also what Madara wants. He wants those strong men to submit to him, submit to the power of the 6 paths. Uchiha Madara really wants to feel the power of the 6 paths. At this time, the audience continued to watch. Soon they saw that Kaido changed from a huge dragon to a new form, human beast form. Moreover, in this form of Kaido, the defense continues to improve. Kira's previous attack can still work, but facing this form, he can hardly break the defense. Not only that, everyone in the heavens and all worlds heard in the video again. The 4 Emperors Big Mom smiled and said, "Hey, Kaido, fire a cannon. See how many of these little ghosts can survive." Upon hearing this, Kaido also showed an excited and playful smile on his face. "Okay. Come on. Your legs and feet haven't regressed, right? Old woman." After saying that, the old lady also took a stance. An extremely terrifying aura emanated from the 2 of them. Many spectators in the heavens and the worlds also held their breath immediately. They knew very well that this was obviously another move, and a big one was coming. The 4th update is explosive. Please collect, please give me flowers, please give me 10 points for evaluation, please give me monthly votes. Moi. The result is very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 42. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were extremely curious about this strange scene. Angel Leng, I didn't expect that humans could burst out such power by themselves. It's really rare. Angel Yen, this is the 3rd shocking scene. I wonder what the next one will be like. Angel Yen felt a little uneasy. Although he was confident in the strength of the angels, this 3rd one seemed a bit exaggerated. If it happened in the future, it might really happen. It was a scene that even the angels couldn't imagine, but the other angels felt that it was unlikely. Looking at the entire Shinra universe, is there any civilization that could be stronger than the angels? What a pity, many angels don't know, these people are actually from other universes. In the world of Ling Kage, Little Loli Xiaodo, by Uekue, Fatty Shonda and others felt the breath coming from the video. They were all a little scared. If the previous Straw Hat Luffy's Ape King spear was randomly hitting, it looked very imposing. At that time, his friends in the video, Kid, Luo, Zoro and others were stunned. Even the Four Emperors' Big Mom looked nervous. She felt that the attack was a bit fierce. Now, the trick that Big Mom and Kaido are going to release together. It is definitely more terrifying. There is no need for any momentum. They all abandoned those fancy things. What they pursued is the ultimate explosion. In the world of pirates, many strong people were shocked. Even the other four emperors and admirals of the navy, they all felt that such an attack was a bit too exaggerated. Shanks, the combined attack skills of those two. This is bad. Although Shanks is strong, he may not lose if he faces Kaido alone, but if he faces Kaido and Big Mom together, even if the Pirate King Roger is resurrected, he will not dare to take it lightly. In the Navy headquarters, Kizaru looked astonished and said lazily, "It's so scary, the combined attack skills of the two emperors, it looks very powerful." Feeling the scene of the domineering aura flying around and the purple-black lightning roaring in the video, even Sengoku, Garp and others have solemn expressions, and on the merry Luffy, Zoro, Sanji and others couldn't help holding their breath. For them, the moves that the two monsters in the video are going to perform now seem incredibly powerful. In fact, this may also be the most powerful move in the entire pirate world. The two emperors mixed the domineering aura together, under the gaze of countless audiences in the heavens and the worlds. Domination of the sea. The next second. Boom. An extremely terrifying shock wave that seemed to carry a destructive aura rushed directly to Luffy, Kid, Zoro and others on the other side at an extremely fast speed. Seeing this, all the powerful people in the heavens and the worlds were amazed. Xiaodo, good, amazing. Su Tong, hiss, this move will kill people, right? Even though they knew that Luffy, Zoro and the others were also very powerful, but others could still feel it. The sea tyrant released by Kaido and Big Mom together would be even more terrifying. In the world of Bleach, Hitsugaya Toshiro, Kachiki Byakuya, Soifong and others were also shocked. Hitsugaya Toshiro, what a two monsters. Those two, no matter their attack or defense, seem to be maxed out. Kachiki Byakuya, they are indeed rare and powerful existences. Kachiki Byakuya's eyes were also solemn. He imagined, if he faced the monster named Kaido, could he win? Maybe. Senbonzakura's attack didn't cause much damage, that defense was really abnormal. Kenpachi, great. It would be great if I could spar with this kind of monster. Hahaha. In contrast, Kenpachi didn't think so much. He really hoped to have a chance to fight directly with that kind of strong man. As for the ending, it didn't matter even if he lost. However, what surprised the audience in all the worlds was that when this move of Tyrant Sea was blasted out in the video, the five people all realized that there was no time for them to dodge. The terrifying domineering oppression made it difficult for them to move. Law couldn't use his ability to transfer, but at the critical moment, Zoro actually stood up, alone. He resisted this Tyrant Sea, although it was only for 1 second. It also bought Law time to transfer, but the price was that Zoro had broken bones all over his body. Lying on the ground, he looked very painful. This scene surprised many strong people, and everyone soon saw that this battle was not over. When no one reacted, in the video, Straw Hat Luffy rushed up again. At the same time, a fire fist gun was fired. This time, Kaido actually chose to dodge. The Straw Hat Luffy in the video laughed and said, "You dodged, Kaido." Hearing this, Kaido seemed a little angry. Even Kaido, who was watching the video, was surprised. Kaido, this kid, growing so fast. Kaido frowned, thinking that things were not that simple. He had been defeated by himself twice, but he seemed to still have the strength to fight. Fortunately, Kaido did not hesitate. Instead, he thought that this was better. Kaido, come on. Fight, let me see what the sun god looks like. Kaido thought so. The other audiences in the heavens and the worlds were also looking forward to the scene when Luffy appeared in the form of the sun god. The 5th update broke out. Is anyone reading this book? If not, I won't write it. If anyone does, please vote for the author. Thank you.